What's up, everybody? So today I'm going to go over with you how I structure workouts for my clients. Now you can follow this. You can put together your workout however way you want. This is just how I do it with my clients. It seems to work over the years. So hopefully this will be of some benefit to you. So to get started, obviously we want to make sure that we're awake before we even start the workout. So we're gonna hit a warm up. So in that warm up can be really anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes, 10 and 20 minutes of a warm up. We're gonna do our dynamic warm up. So we're gonna increase the body temperature during that. And we're pretty much gonna get our muscles ready to kind of take on whatever it is we're gonna do for the day. So warm up is gonna be number one. Like I said, between 10 and 20 minutes. Dynamically warm up your body. If you don't know exercises to do, drop me a comment. I'll leave some exercises that I use with my clients and I do myself to help you guys warm up a little bit more effectively, right? So dynamic warm up, body temperature increases, and then our muscle readiness also increases. All right, so number two, going to muscle activation. So whatever muscle group I'm gonna work that day, I'm gonna activate it and get it primed and get it ready for what I'm gonna be doing. So for you meatheads out there, if you're in the gym and say you wanna do a squat day, we could do some pre-fatigue sets. So for example, for me, when I do a big leg day, I'll pre-fatigue my legs. So I'll do maybe some leg extensions, some ham curls. With this, we're gonna do 2 to 3 sets depending on how your body warms up and how your muscles feel activated, right? So for me, I just like to do 3 sets because my hips are all jacked up. So the more warm up I get, the better I'm gonna move into my bigger movements, right? Also, if you're gonna do a bench day or a chest day or upper back day or back day, whatever the case may be, you could do some pull apart, some push-ups, just to get that blood flowing to that area. So essentially, we want to get that more blood flow to that area so you perform better. Some people don't need this part. I specifically do. And typically with my clients, most of them do. During this section as well, we're pretty much getting your quality of movement better as well. So we're warming up the joints and we're getting everything ready to kind of fire, right? So number 2, muscle activation, right? Number 3, so this is where the bulk of our stuff is going to come in, right? So these are our compound movements. We'll call them our big rocks. So your squat, your deadlift, your bench, they can be unilateral or bilateral, meaning you can use as a big rock, say you want to do your lunge as your big movement. That's totally fine. You can pick whatever it is to assess your goals the best, right? So you could do squat, bench, dead, you could do bi or unilateral. Also, with this, depending upon how you want to structure it, you could also throw in a core movement with your big rocks as well. So for example, we'll do a squat and then maybe a plank to kind of superset the two. Depending upon your goals is essentially how you're going to put that together. So I'll also do another video on actual program design coming up. But anyway, those are the compound movements, big rocks we're going to take care of next, right? So after the big rocks, then we move into our accessory movements. So pretty much you could tackle this in any ways, right? You can make them fun. Typically what I like to do is find weak points in our compound movements. So say for example, if my knees are caving in during my squat, okay, now I know that I have to work on my adductors and abductors a little bit more to kind of open that up a little bit, right? So I'm gonna find the weak points in my game in order to do so. For example, a bench. If you're bench pressing and your triceps give out, now you know you have to work on your triceps, right? So we're gonna find weak points and kind of address them for our accessory movements, as well as have some fun with it. Like I said, you could do some arm fun. You could also do lower body fun as well, split squats. Pretty much anything that is not a compound movement or your big rock for the day, you could toss into your accessory movements, right? And then also I'm going to throw some core in there as well in our accessory movements. Number 5 is conditioning. So after I have done my warm-up, my muscle activation, my big rocks, my big movements for the day, and then my accessory movements, I'm going to jump into my conditioning. So depending upon what you have to do your conditioning, I like to use the ropes, assault bike, you could do sprints, whatever you would like to do for conditioning, totally up to you, totally based upon your goals, right? After I do my conditioning, the last thing, we're going to be all pretty much jacked up, right? So we want to cool down. So last thing we're going to do is cool down. For that, I just like to do belly breathing, 10 to 20 breaths, deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, in a laying down with your feet up on a bench, chair, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to do, in like a 90-degree angle. So we're just going to take 10 to 20 breaths and kind of cool everything down. So this is how I structure workouts for my clients. You can follow it. If you have questions, shoot me a DM, leave me a comment. Hopefully this was helpful for you. If you need anything, reach out. Peace.